So, communication is necessary. Now, before I get into this, remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so we can get these videos moving up, all right? Now, communication is necessary, and the reason I'm bringing this up, I know I've been going for a minute, but I just saw an article. It was pretty heartbreaking, but it was a father who had died in a shootout with a 17-year-old, which a 17-year-old was trying to sneak into his daughter's room. And he caught him, argument ensued, so on and so forth. And it got me thinking about communication. You know, a lot of times, you have to communicate with the people around you, educate them, give them a heads up, explain to them what's going on. And in this particular situation, he might have told his daughter, don't be messing with these boys, things like that. But if he'd have communicated the real potentials of a short-term thinking and what it could lead to, she probably wouldn't have put herself and her father in this situation. Think about it. You 14, you got a 17-year-old sneaking over to see you. Father catches him. Typically the father either, smack him upside his head or something, but next thing you know, the argument turned violent between, first off, why is the 17-year-old arguing with a grown man? Then they both pull out guns and start shooting at each other. Makes zero sense to me, because the kid shouldn't have been over there. And if he's taking a gun, that's telling you he's already got some intentions already. But the reason why communication is necessary is because you have to be able to inform people about things that can happen. And you have to be able to communicate with people, because a lot of times you'll see people going back and forth, but no one's really communicating. No one's trying to understand one another. It's just chaos. And even in this particular situation, this is purely chaos. I've never seen anything like it. Hey man, what is you doing here? You gotta leave. That's it. Usually them kids would run, you know what I'm saying? But somehow y'all really getting into it and ended up in a battle, with guns. Like, that's just insane to me, just for the route that it took, or the route that it had taken where someone lost their life. Then, for the 14-year-old, it's no telling what type of trauma she's gonna have, because now your father's dead because of whatever thought process you had. It was okay to have this man or this boy come over and try to sneak into your house. Now it led to the death of your father. And the reason why communication is necessary is because I think we talk to our people too late. Like, we want to give them the information after something has happened, versus, okay, here, check these things out. Let's communicate about it. Let's get to the root cause, or let's get to an understanding of things, instead of waiting until it's already too late. Because you tell, they say, do as I say, not as I do. That's one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. Because if I'm telling you not to drink while I'm pouring a drink down my throat, that's not communicating. You know what I'm saying? That's some other things. But definitely a sad thing, definitely disappointing. But you got to take communication seriously. Even in relationships, a lot of times people will jump the gun, do the relationship backwards, because they don't take the time to communicate. If you actually learned about the person that you intended on sleeping with, you probably wouldn't be in half of the situations, or wasted a large amount of time with that individual just because you didn't communicate initially, and instead you waited until everything was already out of whack or out of sync, and then you want to communicate at the end. If you started communicating early, spend your time with the communication aspect with any human that you deal with, or any individual, you're definitely going to come out better. You're going to come out stronger, and it's just necessary. So if I got it right, let me know down in the comments, and holla at your boy. All right, everybody. Peace.